All right, there you are. Good Thursday morning. Thanks for watching our First Alert live stream. I'm Chief Meteorologist Steve Beylon. Boy, oh boy. First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Beylon in the First Alert Weather Center. You know, see, you're hearing me cough. I've been dealing with a sinus infection for the past week and a half. I had it last week, and then I went on vacation. My daughter, she plays mellophone, French horn, and that's for marching. And she and her band, excuse me, they went out to the St. Patrick's Day Parade in New York. And so I went out to watch them perform in the parade, and I got a chance to catch up with my parents in New Jersey. And all the time when I was out there, I dealt with being sick. And still I'm coughing. This is great live stream coverage here. You're hitting me cough. So I do apologize for that. But anywho, I am back and I am feeling better, although my voice is still a little bit iffy. But I have been taking some antibiotics, and things will be getting better soon, which is good. All right, so it is now officially spring. So let's talk about that and everything that has going on with our weather. So it's now spring. The vernal equinox arrived this morning at 4:01. So chances are you slept through that, but you woke up this morning and it's spring. And does it look like spring outside? Well, no, it does not, because we got snow last night. You could see that looks like a bobcat there doing some plowing of the sidewalks there at the corner there in downtown Shawano. Pretty slushy, wet snow. Looks like they got about 6+ inches there in Shawano. Temperature is 29 degrees, wind chill 24 with a weaker northwest wind around 5 miles an hour. Excuse me. Well, anyway, here's First Alert Viper Max, and you can see the snow that we've had recently has moved out of the area. But looks like a lot of east central Wisconsin picked up about 2 to 4 inches of snow. That's based on the estimates from First Alert Viper Max. And as we first alerted you days in advance of this weather maker that came through yesterday and last night, the heaviest snowfall totals were generally to the north and to the west. 6, 7, 8 inches of snow from Clintonville, Shawano County, and to the north and east. And so that seemed to line up pretty well with the forecasts that our First Alert weather team came up with leading into the event. These are some actual snowfall totals. What we saw on the map were estimates, and these are actual snowfall totals, snowfall reports that we got in the First Alert Weather Center. Crivets up in Marinette County, 9 inches of snow. We got 7.5 inches in Tigerton. That's not too far away from Shawano. 7 inches in Pulsifer and Lakewood and Middle Inlet, and 6 inches in Shawano and Anago. We got about 5.5 inches of snow in Niagara and Iola, and not too far away from Niagara, Armstrong Creek, 5 inches of snow. The National Weather Service in Green Bay, 2.4 inches, with about 2 inches in Manitowoc. So our severe weather outlook for the rest of the morning is in the low category. Excuse me. Slippery travel is possible if you're doing any commuting this morning, especially the side and secondary streets. They've been rather slushy this morning. So if you are traveling, especially on lesser traveled roads, give yourself some extra travel time and allow for more following distance. Forecast for the rest of today: clearing skies, sunshine returning, road conditions improving, and northwest winds will be weakening with a high temperature of 38 degrees. Right now we're at 28 degrees in Appleton, 29 in Wapaka and in Shawano. We're at 30 in Sheboygan. It is a bit blustery out there. Maybe I should have Aisha take over for me at some point. Right? She's laughing. She probably doesn't want to do that. But anyway, that northwest wind is sustained around 15, 20 miles an hour. Some higher gusts, especially up towards the upper Michigan border and down the Lake Michigan shoreline. Gusts are closer to 30 to 35 miles an hour. That wind is going to slow down over the next few hours as our spring storm system moves away. This is First Alert Pinpoint Predictor tracking the hourly wind speeds and the wind gusts. And you can see how that wind slows down after lunchtime, and by the time we get into this evening, it's not much of a factor. The high temperatures today, mostly in the upper half of the 30s, could reach 40 in some spots, like perhaps Rhinelander, about 37 around Lake Winnebago, and a high of 35 today in Sturgeon Bay. By the way, I've received some feedback from some of our Door County viewers wondering about where the temperature has gone. How come we're not reporting temperature out of Sturgeon Bay? Well, unfortunately, neither is the Cherryland Airport. Yeah, so the data that we get from the Cherryland Airport is not going out to the public, whether it be the National Weather Service or other television stations. And so we're all kind of just twiddling our thumbs, waiting for the FAA to fix the equipment over at the Door County Cherryland Airport. Once they do, then we'll be happy to relay the current conditions over in Sturgeon Bay. Until then, we're just as frustrated as you are, and hopefully being just as patient and understanding the situation as you are as well. All right, moving on. Coughs included. Our next weather maker, another spring storm is possible. Early next week, Sunday into Monday, rain and snow and wind. During this time period, our severe weather outlook is in the low category and possibly going higher than that. So Sunday and Monday could turn into first alert weather days. We're looking at the amount of precipitation we're expecting from this storm system Sunday into Monday. This is rain and melted snow. And so we're looking at varying precipitation totals ranging from 1/4 of an inch to about 3/4 of an inch, could be higher towards the upper Michigan border. And that's where, excuse me, snowfall totals could be the highest, especially up towards the Menominee River, maybe several inches of snow based on some of the early computer data that we're getting in the First Alert Weather Center. But farther south, where it's going to be warmer, snowfall totals will probably be a lot lower in the Fox Valley and over towards the lakeshore, perhaps a slushy inch or so. As a reminder, these are both long-range computer models here that are giving an idea of what might happen Sunday into Monday, and they can change quite frequently depending on the track of the storm, the intensity of the storm, how much moisture is available, so things can change, but this is kind of an early look on how much snow may be heading our way, especially Sunday night and into Monday morning. So there's our First Alert Super 7-day forecast, 38 today, a milder 51 for tomorrow with breezy southwest winds. The weekend, hold on, looking a little bit more seasonable, highs in the 30s and 40s. Saturday's going to be dry, and then Sunday into Monday, that next potential spring storm moves to the region, rain, then wet snow and wind, and high temperatures not too far from 40 degrees. All right. Well, kudos to you for listening to me struggle with my voice, coughing about 17, 18 times. You made it, and so did I. I'll wrap up our live stream and try to preserve my voice. We actually have a live newscast coming up, Action 2 News, mid-morning at 9 o'clock. That's in about 15 minutes. Hopefully, I can kind of recover a little bit. But hopefully you can watch that, and hopefully I won't be coughing. And we'll give you updates on what's going on with the weather for the rest of the week, all through our newscasts, on air and online. Thank you for watching our live stream. Drive carefully out there, and happy first day of spring. See you around.